If you're getting this message, if you are on this video, you are ready to play at a level that is beyond the limitations of time and space. I am talking about the art of synchronicity. So let's start by diving into what synchronicity is, how it can best help you in whatever it is you want to create in life, and the ways that you can get started here and now to tap into it in your day-to-day life. So the way that I would define synchronicity for us is the ability for you to line up with auspicious circumstances, situations, people, and opportunities without attempting to mentally plan or control the outcome. A good example of synchronicity would be things just lined up for me. It happened at the right place at the right time. But it's a step further than that. A synchronicity could be something like you thought of a person and they just happened to message you a few moments later. A synchronicity could be that you decided to learn more about elephants and then suddenly specific elephants are showing up in your life all the time. A synchronicity could be something like a certain number appearing many times or certain events lining up in a way where you think to yourself, I couldn't have planned that better. And yet, because everything lined up in that perfect moment, in that perfect way, at that perfect time, so it happened. Synchronicities happen with us all the time. But not all of us have practiced our awareness to notice them. Because you see, synchronicities only ever happen in the present moment. Synchronicities are not something that happen in the past or the future. They can only ever show up now. Remember how I said they operate beyond the concept of time and space. Because when we are aligning in synchronicity, we are tapping into something else in order to coordinate or line things up or be lined up with. Now, this is one of the reasons why in other videos I talk so much about getting in tune with your intuition and your discernment. Because as you get more practiced at moving beyond trying to only plan things out with your head, and you start engaging your gut-heart system, your gut-heart system is the part of you that helps you, let's say, if we're going to use this word, coordinate with synchronicities. I'll give an example. In this video, if you had felt drawn to this video on some level, you could look at this video as a synchronicity. You could look at if you had been saying to yourself on some level, I am ready to be unstuck, or I am ready to create in a different way in life, or these other ways of doing things in the world just aren't clicking with me. And I know that there is a way to do things, to find my people, to live my truths, to be the version of me that I know I am here to be. Show me something. Connect me with something. Videos like this, books, certain experiences, certain insights that come to you, all of these can represent breadcrumbs and synchronicities that are lining up in your life to show you. Now, one of the things that is so important is having a clear understanding of what you might be synchronizing with. Synchronization in and of itself, think about synchronized swimming. It's coordinating in real time. I know I'm using this word coordinating, so let's use a different word. It is being able to pattern recognize, pattern match, and be rhythmic about it, to move in harmony. But it's not just physical movement, it's inner movement, it's inner awareness as well. It is essentially being able to do things at the precise moment that it would be favorable to do them. But a lot of times, in order to work that way in life, we must develop a certain level of inner adaptability, a sense of inner trust and intuition, where we understand how to listen to the inner signals we're receiving and to shift beyond that place where we go in our head, I'm getting this thought, but is this the right way? Or is this the right way? Or is this the right way? And this is where some people find themselves. It's an experience that I've had in my life as well. So, I want to share, no one's alone in this, where we all go through periods of exploring and learning to understand and read and discern the signals, the inputs we're getting, because everything is ultimately a communication. We're communicating not just through the words, but we're communicating right now through my body language, through the way that I'm moving, through the resonance of my voice, through the level of attention that you are being here right now. There is multiple levels of communication. And something I'll share with you is, even though this may seem on some level one-sided, like I'm at this time, at this present moment, right, recording this and placing this projection this way, at the moment you are receiving this, this has already been recorded, but the energy is now coming this way. And if I am tapped into my gut, if I am tapped into my inner guidance, then I have understandings of things that might resonate with those who are watching it, as though you and I are interfacing in real time. A lot of times in my videos, when people say, I was just thinking that, or I was looking for you to say that, or I wanted, something you said really clicked, it is because as I am filming these, I am tuning in. I am tuning in to who is watching. And more accurately, I'm tuning in to the inner guidance that I receive in my body, because I play at the level of synchronicity. And what's so fun to me about this video, and what's so fun to me about all the videos that I create, all the things that we get to experience together in these different transmissions and messages I share, is they are all just breadcrumbs you are creating for yourself ultimately. The fact that I feel inspired and joyful and playful and have chosen to create and film this is, to me, because on some level you have put out that signal, so to speak. And I know with certainty in my being, as certain as anyone can be in reality, which is a fun paradox we might talk about sometime. I know with certainty that this has a resonance, that there is value here for those of you who choose to tune in. Because I feel it, because I feel the joy in sharing this. And I'm sharing that because, again, this comes back to synchronicity. When we listen to our inner guidance and we follow these steps in our lives, it guides us towards experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with our true north. What do I mean by our true north? It's the aspect of ourselves, it's our blueprint and our way of moving that goes beyond what only the conceptual mind can understand. It includes the mind and goes beyond. It includes all part of yourself, and it is who you truly are when you are living with integrity at the core of your being. And I don't mean integrity as a concept, I mean in wholeness with who you are, with your desires, with your wants, with your not wants, with whoever you are being in that moment, your true north, connected to yourself at source level. Now, what does it mean to be connected to your true north? This is very important. It means living a genuinely satisfying life. I love using that word because a lot of times we assume satisfaction through things like, I'll be satisfied with this relationship, or I'll be satisfied with this job, or this career, or this business, or this way of being, or this place of living, or this body, or whatever. But the genuineness is is our satisfying life may include those things. Your satisfying life may include a certain business, or may include a certain relationship, or may include a certain experience. But guiding yourself into living that satisfying life isn't only about meeting the end goal. It includes the journey and destination there, because the journey and destination is the moment to moment, every present moment that makes up your life. So many people I have met have lived in a sense of dissatisfaction while aiming towards an end goal that is meant to dispel the dissatisfaction. But when you are living a satisfying life in accordance with your true north, then the core pattern, the core day-to-day pattern you are living is so authentic and resonant and true to who you are, that both the joys and the trials of life are met with a certain level of deep embrace and deep enjoyment. We learn how to ride the cycles of all the levels of our life without trying to run away or run towards, which is what a lot of us have been trained to do. To defer our happiness for another day, to have the ends justify the means. And what I'm suggesting is when you choose to start asking yourself, who am I really? Who am I really? Perhaps you can say, oh, well, I'm God, or I'm Spirit, I'm Source. That's beautiful. And as God, Spirit, and Source, right now, what does that expression, the expression of God, Spirit, Source, who is embodied by me at this present moment, what does that get to look like when I allow myself to live that life with absolute honesty to my core vision? Because each of us has been built and stocked with soul blueprints, genetic blueprints, all kinds of things, all kinds of, I feel like saying cosas, all kinds of cosas, things. It's like a well-stocked vehicle specifically for what we intended when we chose to embody in reality. And this includes the elements of ourselves that appear to be shadows. This includes all elements of ourselves. And so we combine that knowing, this knowing of ourselves, with this commitment, this play with synchronicity. And we start to discover how we were built to prosper. Because every single one of us has a unique way that we get to live and work in the world. Even if your unique way looks very similar to someone else's, and sometimes they do, right? There's billions of us right now. But your way is still unique. The specific story and unfolding of you is unique. And it's our responsibility to be so honest with ourselves, to be so courageous with ourselves, to give ourselves the permission to live the fullest, truest version of our lives. And so, with that, I share a few thoughts. At this time, I am facilitating flow group containers. These are synchronicity containers. Currently, there is one that I am holding that is unfolding in very, I would call it magical ways. But here's the thing. Every single person who comes in has felt drawn, has come in the perfect place at the perfect time. And I'm sharing this message because I perceive, whenever you receive this message, that you may be inspired or interested to participate in this flow-based container. It's a very unique experience, and whenever you find this message, what I would encourage is please go ahead and send me a message. I will leave that in the description, how to do so. Send me a message. In the subject line, you can say flow. And let me know you are interested in registering for the upcoming container, the upcoming workshop container. At the time of recording this, these are paid containers, and they are profound. So, with that, thank you so much for joining myself and joining you during this video, during this experience and exploration. It is my deepest joy to be creating these videos, to be sharing these perspectives, to be reflecting to you what you know on your deepest, truest level. And I'll leave some links in the description for you as they correlate or resonate with this video. And if it has been helpful, I invite you to subscribe, to like, to share, and I always enjoy reading your comments as well. I look forward to the next time we connect.